This is Down to the Wire 513.
Everybody else can shut up. It is time.
Ooh, Fly Man ran.
Back in the building, man.
Yo, we in the building. We back.
Make sure y'all follow us on everything Down to the Wire 513. Yo, Down to the Wire 513, episode 384, special Monday edition. Feel like the old days when we started back.
Yeah, I feel like
You
the
know, when we
OG
just popped up
days,
any day.
man.
We popped up any day.
Yeah,
Y'all want
we
to
always say, hit the
Say-
bell on.
fuck it.
Might pop up at halftime of a game, pre-game, post-game. You never know, man. You never know.
You never know. How your brother feeling on a Monday?
You know, I'm feeling all right. I got a little bit more energy at this time than I normally have on Wednesday. Can't really explain it, but you know, because Wednesday we just kind of like a little toasted.
We be dragging, man.
Well, shit, if we would have waited to Wednesday this week, we might be toasted literally. How hot it
Yeah.
is outside, boy.
I'm toasted today, bro.
You
Toasted
told me to
today.
take it easy. So listen, bro. So I told Kamara wanted me to get something together for the fam, and I'm like, oh, well, it was Sunday morning. I'm like, we can go to the zoo. I went out and cut the grass that morning. She like, so what we going
Try
to?
that.
I'm like, fuck no.
Yeah.
Sorry.
All right,
You said
yeah.
I'm like, listen, you just have to be mad at me, baby. I'm not going there. I don't even know why.
I'm not going there. Not
The
sure why.
animals ain't gonna be outside. And I ain't either.
Yeah. Yeah, the animals gonna be outside. That's a sign.
You know, it get too hot. They
Better
put
put
the
them out.
animals. You get too hot or too cold, they put them animals up. It's
Yeah.
hot as fuck.
Yeah, it's hot as hell outside, man. That's
But-
facts.
It is what it is.
Well, it's hot as hell here. It's probably even hotter down in Houston now that they acquired Kevin Durant.
Hey, and his reaction was live.
Hey, he was sitting there like, oh,
Hey,
for real? Okay.
Hey,
We'll
he
see
is
what-
becoming my
we'll see what
favorite social media presence, bro. He is funny as fuck on Twitter.
He is funny on Twitter though.
Like I think he finally got into the age where it's like, bro, you ain't gotta have a burner. Say whatever the fuck you want.
Yeah, say what you want. Now you got color burners all the times, man. Just say what you want, man.
You know, he done finally gave his burner up, and it's like, oh, I can just talk. Hey, you seen that back and forth he had with Boogie Cousins?
I ain't see that.
Mm-mm.
So Boogie Cousins reported, because you know Boogie Cousins is a reporter now, that the Suns were fighting multiple times.
Oh, I did see the report.
What's the name? It said this is KD said I got to defend this 94-footer. This is true. And Bug came back like, don't do that, bro. That's for that's for the other homies. This I don't ever think he's a liar. KD responded, whoa, Bug, don't want no problems or no smoke with you or nobody else. But I'm just saying, whoever gave you that teammate told you that lied.
Yeah, he said never happened. Never came close to happening. That's wild, man. You know, and you just start hearing those kind of crazy stories when you see, you know, turmoil or you see you know, shit go down in their organization. And that kind of goes to show his reaction to the trade. He said, you know, he thought the fans wanted him gone. The organization wanted him gone, obviously. So he said they got what they wanted. He got what he wanted. He seems to be happy to be going to Houston. I guess we ran out of trade. Houston to Houston. Houston gets Houston gets KD. Phoenix gets Jalen Green, Dylan Brooks. What is it? Some picks?
The number 10 pick in this year's draft. And 5 second future round. 5 second round picks.
5 seconds. 5 seconds.
Yeah, I'm not mad at the trade. I don't think it's a bad trade.
I think it's a great trade for Houston. Great trade for Houston.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? You get the 10th, you know, you said they got the 10th pick in this year's draft.
This year's draft.
Yeah, and it's just like you ain't gotta ain't no telling. I mean, you miss out on that, but you playing for now. You might be setting yourself up for a championship. You need a couple more pieces, some more scoring. But I mean, KD got at least 2 or maybe, if you're lucky, 3 good more years out of me in his career though.
Shit, I don't think KD gonna be hooping like this at 40.
I mean, he still can be. He still can be. I said that about LeBron. And look at LeBron. I think KD still will be elite as far as like 50-40 the guy.
It ain't like he dunking on niggas.
If you want
a lot of his moves is like dribble pull-ups and shit like
get to
that.
a spot. He's 7 feet tall. Get to a spot and pull up. So I think it's a great deal for Houston. I don't think they gave up anything they actually wanted. They didn't want Jalen Green. They proved that. They almost traded him at the deadline. Kept him, but I mean, they gave him multiple chances, man. You know, I was a Jalen Green guy. I was saying Jalen Green over my guy Kay Cunningham when he first got drafted. I was saying I drafted Kay first or Jalen first. I was obviously wrong. They gave Jalen multiple chances there. He did never really turn into the player they want him to turn into. All they needed him to do this year was be a consistent scorer, not even efficient, just consistent. Go out there and drop 23, 25 a game for us, bro. He couldn't even do that. Playoffs, he averaged 13 points. 13 points. And that's honestly skewed because he had that 38-point game in game 2. So it was time for him to go. They didn't want him. Dylan Brooks was looked at as a bad contract when they signed him. He got $20 million a year, able to get off his contract. And they gave up picks that aren't even their picks. So this actually I think this year's pick is their pick, but the seconds were not even their picks. The seconds they got for I think for somewhere else. So they didn't want that pick anyway because they have already too many players on their team as far as like wings to go. They want more wings. They have already enough at this point. 10th pick ain't really that valuable. So they gave enough to really have value to them. They got KD. They needed scoring. They got more scoring. Well, I don't think this puts them in like title contention. I think it puts them a little bit better than it was before, in my opinion. So I think it's a good trade for Houston.
I think it was a good trade for both teams.
Both?
But obviously the report is Phoenix is going to move off Jalen Green, which we said last week. Why, if they move like Jalen Green to them doesn't make sense because you already got booked there. So
and Brad Beal, who can't get moved.
But I mean, obviously, I think Phoenix went with the Houston deal because obviously there's been multiple reports about how they turned down Miami's deal, Minnesota's deal. But I think what Phoenix wanted to do, I think they just wanted to get the highest draft pick as possible. Now it's up to their scout team to see which player is going to fit best with them. And maybe that could be obviously Phoenix is going to rebuild, so maybe they could start with this year's pick, 2025. But as far as Houston goes, I guess they're trying to win it now. I'm trying to go all in now. I'm with y'all. I mean, I think they're still a few pieces away. I like the addition to KD. Defensively, I think Houston will be solid next year, but it's just about where will they get offense from consistently outside of KD. I think if they don't make any more moves, and I think they're just pretty much banking on guys to take that step. Amin Thompson to make a step, take a huge step here. Sengun, hopefully with his playoff experience this past season, hopefully he takes that step to be a dominant big in this league. We know Fred VanVleet, we know what he is now at this point of his career. But right now, on paper, will we say is Houston good enough to beat the reigning champs OKC Thunder?
Absolutely not.
7 games.
Absolutely not. Absolutely not. I would struggle to pick them even ahead of like a Denver. Honestly, Denver, I think we still get them problems.
So yeah, I mean, obviously, I think Houston. I mean, Houston. And it's like they did is during currently still last year's NBA season. Now the off season has officially begun. That season's over, so it's just beginning. So I think Houston is. I think they're still going to make plenty of moves to be made.
Yeah, I mean, like I said, they still have they gave nothing to actually value. They still have. I mean, if you go down their list of assets, Jalen Green is probably like 7th. Like on a list of valuable things they have, like he's a good player. He's I'm not gonna say he's 7th player. He's definitely higher than 7th player. But as far as their value that they have around the league, he's not that valuable. Like teams don't really want a Jalen Green on their team right now. There's no shade. I still like his game and everything. He still has a chance to grow into a good player. But right now, he's proven that he's not.
It's not him.
Yeah, he's not like he ain't the guy right now. And, to be a guard and to be, a starting guard, you have to be more than he's proven that he can be right now. So I think they really want him. This maybe gives them a chance to get Reece Shepard more minutes, maybe possibly. We'll see how that works. Maybe they trade him. And, I think Reece Shepard is even more valuable than Jalen Green is at this point because he is a little bit younger. He has a little bit more mystery to his game right now than Jalen Green has. And like I said, Dylan Brooks had no value to them either. So you get KD for basically, I don't want to say nothing, but things of little value to yourself. So you can easily trade things you still have of higher value to get a better, number 2 guy or number 3 guy or number 1 guy in there if you want to. So I ain't mad at a trade for them. They still got some work to do though. For Phoenix, man, this is asset mismanagement to the fullest, bro. Like Matt HB is doing a terrible job. Terrible job. I don't know. Well, I do know he thinks every year he can go in there and just swing his dick around and think he's gonna make shit happen. Not how it works in the NBA, dog. Not how it works. He came in, he gave up way too much to get KD in the first place. Way too much to get him. And you thought you were gonna get the same thing back to get to trade him? Like, absolutely not, man. He gave up Mikal Bridges, Cam Johnson, and like 5 or 6 first-round picks to get him.
Mm-hmm.
Way too much. Way too much for a 30. I think at the time he was 30, 34, 35. Way too much. I said at the time it looked good on paper, but no. And now look at him, bro. They traded KD for basically, I won't say nothing, but good luck rebound Jalen Green. Good fucking luck.
Yeah.
If I'm Devin Booker, man, trade me. If I'm D Book, get me out of here, bro.
I
know why he's not gonna do that, because he's gonna get that big ass contract there. He's gonna get $75 million a year there. Why he's not gonna ask for a trade. But I guarantee you, bro, in 3 years, Booker's gonna be asking out. Guarantee you. The only reason he wants to stay in right there right now is because he want to get that big ass contract. 2 years, 150. Other than that, he's not going to be there, bro. Guarantee it. 2-3 years max. He's going to ask for out. Count on it.
Depending on what Book's mindset is, shit, I ain't waiting. Shit, I'll bank on myself, go ball somewhere else, and give me another max at my next destination.
He ain't getting that money nowhere else, bro. First off, I don't think anybody else values him that much. Like, honestly, bro, you think anybody else values Book at $75 million a year? $75 million a year? Like, Book is very good, but $75 million a year?
It's looking like I'm reading some reports. I just Googled his name. Everybody's saying that they could deal him this summer though. Book, because they saying he has every reason.
I really would, bro.
I mean, when you're doing a rebuild
for Phoenix, I would. If I'm Phoenix, like, I'm not paying him $75 million a year to be on a. We're gonna be shitball.
Yeah, he's gonna be garbage. They're gonna be garbage. He can't take you to the promised land by himself. He's shown as good as a ball player he is. He ain't hit that.
He proved that he can't do that. He's had his whole team there by himself for years. He had good numbers. Team was in abysmal the whole time. They were getting top 10, top 5 picks, and you saw what they do with them picks, bro. That's another thing. Phoenix is just, man, they had so many chances to get it right there and just keep fucking it up. What year Tatum get drafted? They picked fucking Josh Jackson or Josh, whatever his name was. I can't remember his fucking name. Dude from fucking Kansas. It's fucking terrible. And I called it. I said he's gonna be a fucking bust. What are y'all doing there? And then the year back they had 2 top 10 picks. Fucking Dragon Bender. What the fuck are y'all doing, man? Like, everybody needs to get fucking fired there, bro. If I'm booking, get me the fuck out of here. Get me the fuck out of here, bro. Fuck the money. Get me out of here. I'm getting embarrassed every fucking year. I'm not making all-star teams. Get me out of here, man.
Hey, Sam Presley's elite, though.
Elite.
That's all I can say. That boy is elite. Shout out to OKC.
We need to get him in LA, man. We need to throw him the bag. Throw him the bag, get him LA, bro.
Shout out to the OKC Thunder winning their NBA championship, and that it was dope to see the team win their first one in history. And it's crazy when you look back at the roster that they had and they didn't win. It's like 3 MVPs on the team and still couldn't win a championship. 3 future MVPs, obviously, but it's a crazy thing to think about. It's like, damn, that team, when you look at that team did not win a championship. And the only champion out of all of them is KD. I bet you, and we talked about this, Ryan, you didn't agree with us at the time, T. I bet you KD, in hindsight, wishes he would have just stayed with Golden State. It's like career would have just been a lot different.
Because look at him now, bro. And little do he know, next year it's going to be all on him. He better hope they make him another move in Houston. Because if he don't, it's going to be all on. He was number 2 seed, bro. If y'all do any worse than y'all did this year, niggas going to shit on KD once again. They're going to say you ran to a team that's better than y'all was, and you got worse. You didn't get the job done. This is gonna be all the same talk that he's been hearing since he left fucking Golden State in the first place.
Boy, numbers is crazy still when you look at him.
He's elite, bro. He's god level basketball player.
But
Nigga
it's
is
just like
fucking
he should have stayed,
elite, bro.
He should
Elite.
have just. Sometimes you got to say forget the haters, and he should have just stayed. with
That's his
Golden
problem. And that's what you just praised him about how he ain't got to have a burner no more. Bro, he cares about what people say about him.
Way too much, man.
Too much. I would have been. Hey, if it was me, I'm staying in Golden State. Fuck that time. But it's sweet. We love you here.
Yep.
Draymond gotta go. And I feel like if he let it, like I'll stay if he leaves. I think they get rid of Draymond.
No brainer. Draymond's out of there. Out of there. And also, if he stays there over time, it's gonna be an argument. Niggas gonna be like, "Our niggas will always joke. Oh, you join Steph's team," but he still would have been Finals MVP almost every time. So you still have been like, I got the Finals MVPs, and Steph ain't got shit. So now what, nigga? Now what?
Thanks.
Now Steph got one. You left. Steph got one. Now he looked at it's better than you.
Yeah. It was a bad decision. But T, you told us that you didn't think it was a bad decision in the moment. I just want to put that out there.
What do you gotta say now, T? He's on what, third stop since then?
Yeah, bro. We told you he was supposed to leave, bro.
Sheesh, third stop since then. No titles, no finals appearances. Got one playoff series.
The argument was he wasn't supposed to leave, but you said in hindsight you think KD would have stayed or should have stayed. And I'm saying KD, I don't like I said based what I just said. KD cares about what people thinks about him too much. He wasn't going to stay.
Well, now you got one playoff series win since you left. So now
that's on him. That ain't.
Niggas looking at you even worse, man. You got one series win since you left Steph Curry, bro. That's bad. Now, if KD was smart, he should have shot a finagle's way to Dallas, like you said last week, Doc. Trying to get you want to go back to Texas, you should have tried to go back to Dallas, man, or somewhere like that. Because Houston's gonna be good, man, but they got some work to do, man. They got some more work to do. It's I don't know what they got up their sleeves. Hopefully it's good. If they plan on going back what they got now. It's a good roster, but it's not enough in the West.
Yeah. I mean, we'll see. I mean, because obviously, and we hate to see it, but injuries happen, things happen with the players. So
prayers for Halliburton for a speedy recovery. I hate to see that happen last night. You went out like a warrior. You know, people probably know that certain trainers probably told you not to play, but it's game 7, game 6, playoffs. You got to get out there, and I respect that. So I'm no longer a Halliburton hater. I'm a fan.
Now that he heard
that, fan, towards Achilles, man. Now he's a fan, bro.
Hey, listen, I'm a fan now. Like
I hate to see it, man.
He went out on his shield, and that's all. And
he did.
It's a lot of players that. And it was hard watching that because I saw how much he truly cared about the game. And, you know, we talk about that on the show often, that it just looked like these players don't care anymore. And I think that's really why the league isn't flourishing the way it used to, because it's like people, they treat it more like a job than actually loving the game. Where, you know what I'm saying? It's like, where it's like, I feel like back in the day, it was like, oh, this is the game I love. I just happen to get paid for it too. But I would be hooping if I wasn't getting paid. Some of these, you'd be like, if you wasn't getting paid, I don't know if you would still be just hooping.
Now it's different though, because now you got niggas getting paid.
That's
12 years old, so it's like
league problem. That's just everybody.
That's an American problem. It's an American problem, bro. It's a problem.
It's like this generation, they need instant gratification. If they don't see it right away, if you don't see it right away, they cool. I was just talking to my trainer today, like these kids don't even know about how we used to work a job, and that they had two. You had to work 2 weeks in the hole, and it's like, damn, I'm gonna check for 4 weeks. Y'all remember them days?
Yep.
That was crazy.
I've been working. Why I ain't get paid yet? What's going on here? Like, am I really employed here?
That used to be crazy. Thinking back, I'm like, man, that was 2 in the hole, bro. Like what?
Niggas be starving, bro. I can't get shit, bro. I ain't got.
And I know you, bro, right? You done kept a job since we was like kids, bro. So I know you know about the 2 in the hole. I know you do too, T. But like that 2 in the hole was crazy.
Yeah, that shit was tough, man.
But to my point, to your point, like that's a problem the whole country's dealing with. The kids and the younger people, it's just instant gratification.
Yeah.
If they don't get it, they cool.
Yep.
Oh, I gotta wait to. Nah, I'm good.
Yeah, I'll pass.
Thanks, though.
Yep, I'll pass, man. But nah, I hate to see how they go down. I told you, man. So I seen it happen. Like I said, should replay. I said, nah, it's the other leg. I should replay. I said, yeah, it's Achilles.
And I seen it, but I just didn't want to put it on. I was like, because the ripple wasn't as bad as like Dames or Aaron Rodgers. I'm like,
Aaron Rodgers is bad.
Like,
Aaron Rodgers is bad.
Yeah.
Aaron Rodgers is bad.
I'm like, nah, bro, it's the calf.
Yeah.
And then he said it right after. I said, damn, I was hoping I was wrong. Oh, you was wrong and I was right this time.
It wasn't as bad, but I've seen some where ripple it's just still be like a bad strain, but a nigga be sitting out for like months.
Yeah,
so
and that's what I thought. That's what I thought it was going to be. I knew he wasn't. No matter what the injury was, I knew he wasn't coming back though.
Yeah,
like he was. But the emotion on his face, that was hard to watch. Where it's like, damn, man, he actually cared about. And I just feel like I just feel like we don't see that often no more. So that was hard to watch. Like this, he actually
started cooking too, man. Started out cooking. 3 threes early in the game, calling them bitch ass niggas, and then boom, go down like that, man. It was hard to see, hard to watch, man. You see it from there on, man. You see Indiana just, they all said it too. The life just kind of got sucked out of them, man. You still competed hard.
It was like the life got took out of
the game, bro. The arena.
But it took out the Thunder a little bit more too. Where it was a point where I'm like, hey, Shea is the only one hooping.
Yeah, and still he wasn't playing that high either, man. You look at the the box score. He was getting him up there, but he wasn't making a lot of them. But he still came to play. But man, it's just I hated to see how they go down. I kind of knew once he went down, you kind of knew the game was over. Indy had the 1 point lead at halftime. You kind of always knew like they're not going to win this game. Even though they're up, I kind of knew it was over. So shout out to Indy for actually still competing, still trying to make it as tough as a game as they made it. But OKC was the best team all season, so I guess they do deserve it still. It's hate to see them win like that though. I know they still proud of their win too, but I know the Nana's how they still wish how they was out there playing too.
Because it's always I don't want anybody to put an asterisk on this because it's like, and some people will, but they don't deserve an asterisk. Like you said, they were the best. They probably do still win the game, but it's just now it's always the what if. And then the crazy fanatics. Holly didn't get hurt. He had 9 points, and
they don't win. Yeah, like they might have won. It might have been a closer game, but I still think OKC would have got it done. But you're right. Who knows? And they always gonna have that who knows factor to it.
And it's a fair who knows because
it's fair.
I think that could be more so on Pacers fans. The what if more so than anybody else.
Of course.
Pacers, I mean, like I said, 1 game away. And actually, with Indiana, because they're having the lead at halftime, I was because OKC they wasn't playing the best at the halftime, but obviously in the series, that third quarter has always been the difference in every game.
Yep.
And we talked about it off air. I just feel like Rick Carlisle, man, he relied too much on his depth. It's like, bro, no, this is 1 game for everything. You roll with your best guys for the next 24 minutes.
Yeah,
I saw Tony Bradley in the game. I said, "What is Tony Bradley doing in the game, bro?"
Yeah, and they put TJ McConnell, the little white boy TJ. What is it? TJ? What's his last name?
McConnell.
Yeah, him and
Pascal should be
ain't no more breaks.
Nope. 2-man game, pick and roll. TJ getting the paint.
Only breaks you're getting is media timeouts and our timeouts.
Yeah. TJ was balling. He cared too. You see how he balling after the game. TJ was just very, very deeply. And it's
only 1 game. You gotta die with your best.
Yep.
Yeah, and honestly, I didn't for Rick, I didn't like how he played. I know he's been hooping all series, but you can tell Obi was shook last night, Game 7. Like he did not have it, and even late in the game, I'm surprised he went with Obi over Miles Turner. I'm like, Miles Turner. I'm like, bro, like this nigga been struggling all game, like. So I mean, well, even though OKC definitely once Hollywood had the better team, it's like Indiana still had a shot if Carlisle, I feel, made the right decisions. And I think
when your star go down, you can't play. First of all, Game 7, niggas ain't getting no rest for. If I'm coaching,
that's what I'm saying. You got all offseason to rest.
Yeah. Let me start there. Niggas ain't getting no rest for real, anyways. But if you are, it's like, bro, it's a quick one. Like, all right, you get a breather and you coming right back in.
Yeah.
Because
if you ain't cooking, I might try something different if you ain't cooking right now. But I'm coming right back to you. Bro. Especially you, my guy. Coming right back to you, man. Be
we
ready.
all know as hoopers in a game of that magnitude, you only need about a minute just to really just. Yep. right, we right back, Coach.
Right back in. Yep.
Shit. I mean, it ain't as many as college, but shit, you got media timeouts too, TV timeouts, bro.
Take those shit.
And
Take
we
time, bro.
We don't literally, and we don't. It's not often I'm giving LeBron props. We don't literally watch LeBron play 50+ minute games over. Oh yeah, you're not coming out. It's because that's what you do when it's dog time. You're not coming out the game.
Shit, they used to do that back in the day, man. He's like, what Chamberlain stats, bro? His minutes every game. 1 year he averaged like 48.5 minutes a game. He's got overtime, play every game, every minute, every game. Like niggas was not coming out back in the day, bro. Niggas was not coming out, and he's playing all 82.
It's one game.
Yeah,
and like you said, you got all the off season, but shout out to Shay. Shay and J Dub, they put on a show. They scored the second most points of a duo. They got 377. What's the name? Jordan and Pippen had 374, and I think I can't remember who the most was. Was it Kyrie and LeBron, or was it
I think it was Kyrie and LeBron.
Or was it Stephen KD? I can't remember.
I think it was Kyrie and LeBron.
It's Kyrie and LeBron because I don't think Stephen KD played enough games. Like they swept, they damn swept and won in 5.
Okay, yeah. So so that was so they balled out. So
Welcome to last week, man. I said they having the elite series. People are saying the finals are boring. Like I'm missing out on great basketball. Like I said, you had Shay and Jada having one of the best duo performances. Fucking ever. Niggas just ain't watching. So they're lost, honestly.
Mm-hmm. Although J Dub, he I ain't say he came back to earth, but game 6 and 7, he
wasn't hot. Especially game 7. Niggas was like, look, halftime. I was like, where's J Dub? Shay was out there. Chat was nowhere to be found. Either J Dub.
Man, but as you've been saying all series, defensively, they've been right there.
Yep, and that's what matters most, man. They don't let their offense dictate how they play defense. And like I said, they're the best team all season. They deserved championship, honestly, man. I think, like I said, like Doc said, if Hallie didn't go out, maybe they, win the game. I think it's definitely a closer game than it would have been, but regardless, it's part of the game. Injury's part of the game.
They're not quitting though. They fought. Yeah. And I think the coach put them in a bad position with some of the subs, but they fought the whole game.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. I just wonder if maybe I hate to say it like this, but because Hallie only played 23 minutes in game 6. Maybe he don't play at all in game 6 and they still can probably get that win. Maybe he can get through game 7 now without tearing that shit, man. I don't know how he felt or know how that shit works. Like if you don't play as many minutes, but he had not torn it. Hard to say that, but
yeah, I don't know.
Yeah,
because when KD had his calf strain, he sat out a whole month.
He did sit out for a minute and then came back and
we gotta let it heal.
First quarter. Done.
But brothers, I gotta hit this grocery store for
the I always say no.
I'm at my 28-minute mark.
Go ahead, Go ahead.
20-30. I love y'all, brothers. See y'all on Wednesday. NBA
draft
is going down, and we're gonna turn it up.
Yes, sir.
All right, peace.
All right, peace.
But yeah, for KD, man, like I said, he set out. It was 9 games, which is related to a month. Came back and tore his shit. So
yeah, first quarter. Yeah.
And honestly, bro, I mean, now you start to hear that calf strain, especially more in NBA. Shit, you may want to consider shutting guys down for the season,
because you remember Cat had one like I think last year, 2 years ago, and he set out for like it was almost the whole season. It was a long ass time. It was like almost 5 months maybe he set out. Came back, but it was a long time he was out for that calf strain he had. And yeah, man, maybe you're right. If it's a calf strain, and maybe they should go sit out. I think Book had a calf strain too, but he came back and played through it. I think he lit last year. Definitely last year because it wasn't this year. They didn't play.
And it depends on case situation. Like I said, we get why Hallie did it. Game 7,
or finals in general. Yeah, I get why he did that, man. Hate to see it happen though, because now their whole trajectory of their team is just it's going to change. Because next year, you got to think they're probably going to bring Miles Turner back. Now they're probably not, because next year they have nothing to play for. Next year, their best player is going to be out. So I don't think they're probably going to punt on next year. If I'm them, I probably would just punt on it. I wouldn't bring Miles back. Unfortunately, I know he was great there. He's been there the longest tenure pacer right now on the roster, but I don't think you're playing for much next year if you're Indiana. Hate to say it.
I think you would hate to say that. I mean,
Same thing with Boston. Like Boston has a better roster than Indiana, but I'm saying the same thing about them. Like they have a better second start than Indiana has by far. But I'm saying the same thing about Boston. Like they next year is probably like they have higher hopes than Indiana probably has. But I mean, it's not going to be championship hopes. It's probably going to be playoffs. So let's try to get maybe a first round victory, but they're probably going to come up short. We're missing a big part of our team. Same thing with Indiana. Missing a huge part of our offense. For the Celtics offense and defense. Tatum is a damn near all NBA defender as well. So I hate to say it for those teams, but I mean you probably got to punt on them, bro. Like, and look at especially when you look at the financial, cost that you have to incur to bring some of these guys back. It's going to be like, all right, do we bring him? Why bring Miles back if we have to basically waste the whole year? He's already an older player. Why bring him back to wasting a year of his career and of our cap space? We can easily try to restructure things and try to set things to, when Hallie comes back, let's try to swing for this guy in free agency. He's going to be free agent that year. Or let's try to make a trade for this guy. He's going to be up next year or, whatever the case may be.
Yeah, but like I said, with the East just being and when we say the East being wide open, it's really just Boston. Like I said, because with Tatum being now, like I said, because Boston is usually the team that you got to go through this year. You got to go through to beat.
Boston, Milwaukee lost Dame. Yeah, that was one of the big contenders before. Last year they had a terrible start, but it still was top 4 team in the East. And
do you really expect Orlando or Detroit to step up and make a conference finals run? I mean,
it's possible, man. That's why I'm glad you brought that up, man. If I'm Detroit, I'm making a swing at Devin Booker, bro. Whoever you want, but Cade. Come get these niggas, bro. But Cade and Jalen Duren. I need to keep both them niggas. Because we can make a real run in the East right now. East is, like you said, East is wide open, bro. It's wide fucking open. I'm not even if Philly get it together, Philly can make a run and have a fucking finals run. Shit, it's their chance. If I'm Philly, I'm saying, hey, Joel, you need to take all summer, dog, and get right, dog. Get surgery you need to get, bro. Get ready for season, bro. This is our year. East is wide open, dog. Wide the fuck open. Boston hurt. Indiana hurt. Milwaukee hurt. All Achilles injuries, all gonna be all season. It ain't like Kyrie's, he's gonna come back in the All-Star January, maybe. No, these niggas all season, bro. 3 major players in the East. If I'm Toronto, if I'm New York is looking right now like they need to try to figure out who the fucking coach is. They looking like a fucking circus right now. Orlando. Like I said, to a lesser extent, Detroit, because they gotta find a way to get better players all together. They gotta get another star there. But any of these teams, they just made acquisitions they got stars, or like I said, New York, like Orlando, they just got.
It's really New York, bro. Like honestly, bro, if you're the Knicks, and despite who the coach is, bro, right now on paper with the team you got, y'all should be the best team in the East next year.
It shouldn't even be close, bro. Like and y'all still have spaces to improve. You still can retool some of these guys if you want to and repackage them together and get another player or multitude of players in there if you want to. If you're not coach, you get in there and you're really rocking with the roster like that. I don't know who they're going. They're talking about. I saw today. It's in James Borrego. Like if you're gonna fire Tibbs, you got to come with better than James Borrego. I'm sorry.
I'm starting to buy in what Gil said on his pod. Basically, he was talking about like how how the Knicks put out. We're trying to talk to this coach. Coaches they knew they was gonna get rejected. They was gonna get denied. They also just get the job to fucking Brunson. Yeah.
Hey, they had Myron Test on Gil's Arena today, or Metal World Pizza, excuse me, on Gil's Arena today. He put his bid in for the coach of Knicks job.
Oh yeah, I seen that.
He said, I didn't get a call back, by the way. Like, no shit, Meta. Nah, man. I don't know. The Knicks are if they get a job to Rick Brunson, they're done.
Yeah.
They're done. That's a terrible mix, bro. You don't want. I'm already hearing rumblings already. There are players that don't like the dynamic there with him already in the locker room. So yeah, if you give him the head coaching job, you might have to go ahead and buy your championship chances up and Kobe into the trash can because it's over. Ain't winning shit. So yeah, again, the East is wide open, bro. Wide the fuck open. If how many of these teams out there or any players in the West, or any player in the West who ain't happy right now, I'm looking at the East like, shit, I'm trying to get over there to Miami. I'm trying to get to one of these teams that already got a nice little core together. I'm trying to get over there and make something shake, bro.
You're
Especially
okay.
wide open.
You just mentioned if you Detroit book to that, if you Detroit, you should give Phoenix a call and try to acquire a book. Why not if you Indy?
Because I'm Indy, man. That's a good question. If I'm Indy,
Pascal. I mean, anybody with Pascal.
Nah, because Book don't give you what some of the other guys. But Book don't play that hard, bro. Book don't play hard like the other niggas play hard. We got a hard team. He don't fit the Indiana culture, honestly. And you could say the same thing about Detroit, honestly, because Detroit kind of got some dogs up there now. They're trying to get a better culture up there. But he don't get like maybe I'm misspeaking. I'm thinking back to the finals run. He was playing harder. He was getting more involved, getting more down dirty when they had more to play for us. Maybe he just ain't doing that these days.
I would say he's not. He's a playmaker, but he's not the playmaker Hallie is. But he can. I think he's a more efficient scorer offensively than what Hallie.
Oh, for sure. That's why I kind of would if you can do it if you're Indy, yeah. But he gonna be cool with sitting basically waiting out a year because, like I said, their chances next year are basically done. So if you get booked, I mean they're still wide open next year. But I mean, he's not gonna get them where they need to get next year by himself. Him and Pascal. So that'd be nice though when Hallie gets back. Him booking Pascal, Hallie booking Pascal. That'd be a nice ass duo or trio. Nice ass trio, man. But yeah, I'm thinking more so like for teams who trying to get position for like next year. Thinking next year we can make a run. Detroit, I'm not sure, what they got as far as assets go, as draft assets go, but I'm trying to get Book. And if I'm a team like Orlando, I probably would have waited to get Bane because the Book becomes available. I said that last week too. Book becomes available. You could have traded out on picks. You traded to get Bane to get Book. Because Book still has a lot of years left on his deal. Even though he's going to get extension this year, he still has like 3 years left on his current deal. So he's still locked into one for deal. So it's going to take a lot to get him, a lot of assets to get him. Because he ain't like KD, who just on a 1-year deal basically, or a rental deal if he don't sign with a team. He's locked in for at least 2 more years. I think 2 or 3 more years with a team if he gets traded. So I don't know, but any team in the East, man, if you made a playoff, if you made the playoffs this year, you gave a like I said, Detroit gave New York a tough series, man. A lot of those games were tough, were close. They could easily flip that and easily made this in the second round. And then who knows what happens? Maybe you can make a run to the conference finals. But if you're a team like that, you got to be thinking, hey, we can make a move or two and be right there looking at the Eastern Conference Finals with a chance to get to the finals possibly.
So speaking of that, real quick, before we hop off here, although we know KD to Houston, it was multiple teams that also wanted to try to acquire KD. We already mentioned one, Minnesota. They were willing to give up Gobert. Minnesota's deal was Rudy Gobert, Dante DiVincenzo, either Dillingham or Terrence Shannon, one or the other. And then I think they're picking 17th this year.
Mm-hmm.
Obviously, Minnesota, KD didn't want to go there. And then as we talk about the East, one East team, Miami Heat. So their final offer for KD was Andrew Wiggins, Terry Rozier, Jaime Jaquez, Haywood Highsmith, and a 20th pick overall in this year's draft. And they said the Heat declined to offer Ware, Jovic, and one more first-round pick.
So they wanted all that plus those 3 things?
So that's what Phoenix. I guess that's what Phoenix wanted.
That'd be way too much too. Maybe you could have tried to swap some of that stuff out for each other, but
I
think all that plus Jovic, fucking the pick and that's way too much.
They wanted one more first round pick. Yeah,
I'm not giving up Kello Ware, so that's one thing that will stop me. It's Kello Ware. You could have anything but Kello Ware, Tyler Hero, Bam Adebayo. Anything else? Say it's up for grabs. Maybe not all together, but we can make a combination of stuff. We could have gave you a Wiggins. He's a little bit older than Jalen Green, so you're going to have to get a little bit more than just him. Wiggins, maybe Jaime Jaquez.
No, so basically, it seemed like it came down to the Phoenix. Phoenix didn't. So you think that package deal right there? Wiggins, Rozier, Jaquez, Haywood Smith, Haywood, Highsmith, and the 20th pick. Do you think for Phoenix? Do you think that's a more attractive deal, or do you like what Houston they got from Houston?
I like Houston still better.
Okay. I just like Houston's deal. I think I'm with you. I just like Houston's deal just because they got the higher draft pick this year and more second round picks next year.
Higher draft pick. They got Jalen Green, who's better than I don't want to say better because I don't want to say necessarily better than Andrew Wiggins, but he's a better. He's a more valued asset than Andrew Wiggins. You can flip him. You can flip him for more than you can flip Wiggs for right now. Jaime Jaquez has a little value, but same thing with Dylan Brooks has a little value. So yeah, I think they got a better deal with that. Because just like I said, they got 10th pick as well instead of getting that 20th pick or whatever it would have been. So and Hayward Highsmith is a good player, but kind of cool. So,
yeah, really the only player that I mean, Jaquez I think is probably the most valuable pick they would have got. Player.
I would have wanted Wiggs, Jaquez, Khalil Ware, 20th pick, and then maybe some more draft assets. That's what I would want for if I was Phoenix. That deal would have been a little better than
Miami,
maybe.
Yeah, and Miami, they like they said nah.
Yeah, you ain't getting Ware. If I'm them, I'll agree with that. I would not give him Ware either. I think Ware is a good prospect. Now, why they didn't play him that much last year until the second half of the season, who knows? I think they were kind of trying to. I don't know what they're doing out here. Pat Riley is
capture the flag. That's what he was trying to do. But
yeah, I think Pat Riley needs to retire or go up to a higher position where he's not involved with these negotiations because he's not doing a good job here. It's been very storied now. The last like 5 players that wanted to get traded had Miami on our wish list, and he couldn't get it done.
Mm-hmm.
So I think it's a sign. Fans are fed up with him too. He got to go.
Yeah, I think he's just way out of touch and
very much so.
Old. He's too much. He's too old school for this new generation. Where this generation where it seems like the athletes or these players, especially in the NBA, have more power than management. So and I know Miami. I know that the Heat culture. Like I said, they're one of the last few teams who like I said, they care more about the organization than players. Obviously we talked about in the past about how players been down there and they just let them walk. But if Miami Heat wants to win another championship anytime soon, I think they're going to change their mindset. And I think that starts with Pat Riley. I think Spo was still a good voice there where you can still have the Heat culture by having guys work hard. But as far as like getting the right pieces in Miami, Pat Riley has to go.
Got to, man. He's got to get out of there, bro. He's not doing a good job recently, and I think he's out of touch with the players of today and also the front offices of today because he hasn't been able to make a good deal in forever.
Facts. That's facts, and I mean, shit. Yeah, I give him shit. That's one reason on the show we always give Spo credit because, like I said, Spo was turned chicken shit into chicken salad, boy. Because he ain't been given a lot to work with down there.
Nah, he working at a 5-star restaurant. He giving this nigga shit the shittiest ingredients ever, and he making it taste like some 5-star shit, bro. So shout out to Spo, like you just said, man.
All right, so that will conclude. Real quick. They said Dallas. I just seen this. Dallas just extended Daniel Gafford.
I saw that a minute ago.
3-year, $60 million deal. So
good deal for him, man. Shout out to Dan Gafford.
Yeah. So looks like he'll be part of the Dallas Mavericks for a while.
Maybe trade him. Who knows?
Real quick, I did see something. What do you think? I mean, because we know Kyrie's probably going to miss most of the season, and Dallas isn't really. I think they're not really going to be contending for nothing. But I seen Chris Paul. They said Dallas interested in him. I said a decent 1-year rental. I mean,
yeah, I saw that yesterday. I ain't mad at that, man. I saw a couple weeks ago. I saw that Lakers were interested in Chris Paul. I said for a while we'd be interested in Chris Paul, but hey, I think Dallas would be a good fit for him. Like we said, they need somebody to handle the ball. They have no other ball handler right now other than Kyrie. Who's now going to be out almost all season next year. So yeah, you need somebody else down there to handle the ball. I think Chris Paul would be a nice fit.
Yeah, it doesn't do much for him as far as championship contender, but yeah,
Yeah, absolutely nothing from as far as that goes. But I think somebody can get AD the ball where he needs to get the ball at, which he definitely needs. Somebody to help Coop get acclimated to the NBA and that kind of stuff. So I think it'll be good. I think Chris Paul wants to be in LA though. He was on Pat McAfee show a couple weeks ago, and he was dropping some hints that he wanted to be in LA at one of the LA teams. He was saying, I would live with my family for however many years now. I want to be a dad again. You want to be a dad again, bro? Retire, Chris. Retire.
Yeah.
You're not about to bully your way into one of these teams, bro. Fucking retire.
Yeah, go. I mean, shit. I mean, I think he can go back to. I mean, he ain't gonna play much. Clippers want to sign him a vet man, just be a player coach on the bench. Yeah, by all means. But yeah,
if you want to be in the NBA, just to be in the NBA, bro. Okay, but if you trying to be, he still thinks he's winning a championship. Those days are over, Chris. You should have stayed at OKC. You should just stay put there instead of wanting to get rerouted to a good situation. Should have saw, this is a great situation here. I'm real cool with Shea. I'm helping him develop into what he's going to be. Should have stayed down there. But no, you wanted to be, I want to go to a better situation, blah, blah, blah. And then you get traded to some bullshit.
He did not believe. He did not see the vision.
Nope, he didn't see the vision, man. He was there. Was that before Phoenix or after Phoenix?
That was after.
Exactly, bro. Like, you could have just stayed there for, it's been 4 years, 5 years since I went to the finals in Phoenix, but still. You ain't been doing shit else in 5 years, but getting shipped around the league and not getting anywhere. So you could have stayed there, built your culture up there in OKC. But nope.
What the heck, could have had a championship. Shit, he could be. Yeah, shit, he could have been that veteran voice that they need.
They need it. Yep, he could have been that guy that get him fired up and been like, bro, we need it. They would have won in the 6 if he was on the roster, guaranteed. Either 1 in the 6. Hollywood never tore the Achilles.
Shit, they might have repeated because they probably would have won last year because they lost to Dallas last year. Yeah,
maybe so. But this year for sure, they were 1 in 6, and in Game 7 never been played. Holly never tears his Achilles. Damn. So because of you, Chris Paul.
Nah, we ain't gonna do that. We ain't gonna do that. We is not gonna do that. So we if you've been following along this program for the past 7 years, we know the beef between Rand and Chris Paul. So
man, it ended for a brief stint when Kobe passed. Ended for a brief stint, but it's back now, back on full go now, man.
yeah. But no, we appreciate everybody tapping in with us on this special Down to the Wire 513 episode 384 on a Monday. We will be back on this Wednesday. We'll be streaming live during the NBA draft. Just a lot of picks. So we ain't gonna be on the whole first round. We gonna keep it above.
A lot of picks only. We ain't gonna lie to y'all.
We gonna follow along. We gonna each do our mock draft. We gonna say our pick before the actual pick happens.
Try to predict it.
And best way possible, and have some fun with that on Wednesday. So make sure y'all tap in. Special 8:00 start time. NBA draft starts 8:00, so we will be on at 8:00, right at 8:00 as well. Follow us on everything Down to the Wire 513. Hit that notification bell on YouTube so you never miss an episode like this pop-up show today.
So never know. We always tell y'all.
Facts. So for the good brother, Flyman Rand, Josh Doc Evans, the Taryn it's the Down to the Wire 513, episode 384. Catch y'all this Wednesday for the NBA draft show. Till then, y'all have a safe, blessed rest of the week. We out.